Watch this. One SQL query across a 50 gigabyte file on a laptop, no cluster, nothing spinning up, zero point 0.4 seconds, and the entire engine that just did that, 20 megabytes. That is DuckDB, and it is eating the low end of the cloud warehouse market from below. No server, no cluster. It runs inside your program like a library. Think SQLite, built for analytics. On real workloads, it lands 55 to 77% cheaper than the same size Snowflake. And on the dashboard, queries teams actually run 6 to 7 times faster. 37,000 GitHub stars. 20 million downloads a month. This is not a toy anymore. Here's the idea underneath it. Most queries barely touch big data. They hit a small, recent slice. The founder of MotherDuck put it bluntly, big compute is dead for 99% of workloads. And in 2026, it grew up. DuckLake turns this little engine into a real cloud lakehouse. Honest part, upfront, Snowflake still wins the truly huge, high-traffic estates. We will get there. The plan, the warehouse tax, how the Duck is this fast, the receipts, and where it now scales. So why is the bottom of the market suddenly soft? Start with how a cloud warehouse charges you. Snowflake splits storage from compute, smart design, but to run a query, you spin up a virtual warehouse and the meter starts the second it wakes. You are paying for a machine to be awake, not for the answer. Here's the trap most teams fall into. You pick a warehouse size, you pick one that feels safe, and you leave it there for good. Go one size up and the credits per hour just double. Studies of real Snowflake bills keep finding the same thing. Around 40% of the spend is the warehouse sitting idle, awake, doing nothing. Then there is the minimum. Snowflake bills a full 60 seconds every time a warehouse activates. Your query took 2 seconds, you paid for a minute. And the classic horror story is a warehouse someone left running over a long weekend. The invoice shows up on Monday, and nobody can say whose job it was. It gets more expensive from there. The serverless features, the auto-ingest pipe, materialized views, search optimization do not auto-suspend the way a warehouse does. They keep consuming credits in the background until someone remembers to switch them off, and that is the real tax. Not the sticker price, the fact that an entire cottage industry exists just to stop your warehouse from leaking money, cost dashboards, optimization consultants, a spreadsheet no team wants to own. You are renting complexity. Now the fun half. How does a 20 megabyte file beat a cloud cluster at all? First move, it is in process. There is no server, no network hop, no login. The query runs in the exact same memory as your program. SQLite proved that model for transactions decades ago. DuckDB does it for analytics. Second, it stores your data in columns, not rows. Ask for the sum of one column across a billion rows, and a row store has to walk every single row. A column store reads just that one column off the disk and ignores the rest. For analytics, that alone is a massive win. Third, and this is the clever one, vectorized execution. Instead of processing one value at a time, it grabs a batch of about 1,000 values and runs the operation over the whole batch inside a tight, cache-friendly loop. Modern chips are built for exactly this, and DuckDB feeds them what they crave. Fourth, it uses every core you have. The engine slices the work into little morsels and spreads them across all your cores automatically. No config, no tuning. That laptop you think is modest is actually a small parallel machine, and the Duck finally puts it to work. And before you ask, no, it is not just an in-memory trick. Its buffer manager spills to disk when it has to, so it can chew through a dataset far bigger than your RAM. People run queries over hundreds of gigabytes on a 16 gig laptop. It finishes, slower, but it finishes. Put it together and you get something almost unfair. One binary, no dependencies, compiles anywhere from a Raspberry Pi to a 100-core server. It reads Parquet, CSV, and JSON straight off your disk or an S3 bucket, no loading step, no import job. You point it at the data and query in place, and it does not stop at files. It reads your live Postgres or MES-XL straight through a scanner and joins that against a Parquet file on S3 in the same query. Your data never has to move into some other system first. The Duck comes to the data, not the other way around. Let us make it concrete, because the abstract stuff is cheap. Take an identical workload, run it on a plain cloud VM with DuckDB, then on an equivalently sized Snowflake warehouse. The measured gap is 55 to 77% cheaper on the Duck, same answers, a fraction of the bill. Speed tells the same story. On scan-heavy, single-table dashboard queries, which is most of what business analytics actually is, MotherDuck, the hosted DuckDB, benchmarks 6 to 7 times faster than a similarly priced Snowflake or Redshift box, and a real bill, not a benchmark. A finance team moved their analytics to hosted DuckDB and watched their monthly compute drop from $1,800 to about $620, $14,000 a year, gone. Their dashboards went from 4 to 8 seconds down to under half a second. The billing shape is the quiet reason why. MotherDuck bills by the second with a 1-second minimum on a free tier that turns into $25 a month. Snowflake rounds every activation up to 60 seconds. That is 60 times coarser, and for short bursty queries, that gap is the whole game. None of this is magic, by the way. It is cheaper because there is no idle warehouse to keep warm and no cluster tax to pay. The machine does work while a query is running, and the moment it is done, it stops. You pay for answers, not for a machine being awake, and if you are waiting for the catch that it is some fragile beta, it is not. DuckDB shipped its stable 1.0 back in 2024. It is on 1.5 now, with a 2.0 due this fall. 3 million people hit those docs every month. This thing is production. Now the obvious objection, and it is a good one. Fine on a laptop, you say, but my data lives in a cloud data lake, terabytes of it, shared across the whole company. For years, that was the real ceiling on DuckDB. This is exactly where it used to stop. Not anymore. This April, DuckLake hit version 1. Production ready, with backward compatibility guaranteed. It is a Lakehouse format. Your data stays exactly where it is, as Parquet files on cheap object storage, and DuckDB queries it in place. No copy, no proprietary warehouse to load it into first. Here's the part that is genuinely clever. Every other Lakehouse format, Iceberg, Delta, Hoodie, tracks its tables with a pile of tiny metadata files scattered across the bucket. To plan a single query, the engine has to go list and read hundreds of them. DuckLake throws that whole approach out. Instead, it keeps all of that metadata in a plain SQL database, Postgres, SQLite, even DuckDB itself as the catalog. One query to the catalog, instead of a scavenger hunt through object storage, and because it is just SQL, you get snapshots, time travel, schema changes, and partitioning almost for free. Then MotherDuck wraps the whole thing and makes it serverless. The same duck, now living in the cloud, shared across your team, billed by the second, with your Lakehouse sitting behind it. This is the piece that actually goes head-to-head with the warehouse, not on a laptop in production. So follow the arc. In 3 years, the duck went from SQLite for analytics, a clever laptop trick, to a full Lakehouse that reads petabyte-scale storage on the same 20-megabyte engine. That right there, the middle of the market, is the part it is taking off Snowflake. But I promised you the honest half, so here it is. DuckDB, at its core, is single writer and single node. One process holds the pen. That is a deliberate trade. It is what makes it so simple and so fast, but it is a real limit, and you should know exactly where it bites. When you have genuine petabytes churning constantly, thousands of analysts hammering one shared store at the same moment, and compliance teams who need row-level governance and audit trails baked in, that is Snowflake and BigQuery territory. They are very good at it, and the duck is not trying to win that fight. So the lesson is not warehouse bad, laptop good. It is the boring, correct one. Match the tool to the workload. The catch is that the industry sold the warehouse as the default for every team, and most workloads were rarely big enough to need it. So is a 20 megabyte file killing a $50 billion company? No. It is doing something more interesting than that. It is taking the bottom of the market, the easy money, the workloads that were paying warehouse prices for laptop-sized problems. Here's what I would actually do. Pull your own query history and look at the median query. If it scans a few gigabytes, and I would bet it does, you have been renting a data center to answer questions your laptop could handle. The duck is small on purpose, and it turns out small, done right, is exactly enough. Go check your bill, then tell me what your median query really touches. DuckDB, 20 megabytes, eating the warehouse from below.